and it's like nobody care. Whoa. You can't even call the Prime Minister. He dump the phones in the Gulf of Paria. My friend, they shouting, money ain't no problem. Lord, money ain't no problem. To stop corruption, yeah. All them wheeling and dealing big shots was in confusion. Whoa. They threatened to kill, but they keep on still. Suddenly stop, they pass a bill. My friend, money ain't no problem. My friend, don't doubt me, money ain't no problem. Whoa. Yeah. All them politicians today, they just full of smoke. Whoa. Only making foolish mistakes and calling it joke. Yeah. So much old people on the streets today, and we can't build a home for them to stay. And my friend, they're calling, money ain't no problem. Yeah. My friend, don't doubt me, money ain't no problem. The Caribbean, we have the most traffic jams you have ever seen. Yeah. When it rains, water spending pain, them drain on the strain, so it's flood again. My friend, don't doubt me, money ain't no problem. Yeah, my friend, you're balling, money ain't no problem. Whoa. Yeah. Public transport in this wealthy country so bad. Yeah. Trying to get home on evenings could drive you mad. I tell you, if you see buses park up by Southkey and 3/4 ain't working properly, and my friend, you're balling, money ain't no problem. Whoa. Money ain't no problem. Millions of dollars going down the drain. I tell you, the airline in a mess and the buying white body plane. Ragaduga. People saying that this country blight, so much money and still nothing right. My friend, the balling, money ain't no problem. Oh Lord, money ain't no problem. Yeah, I tell you. The Archbishop say people in Trinidad don't pray. Dagaduga. That is why we getting so much hell today. I tell you, people come into church regularly, but they conscious only of money. And my friend, they're balling, money ain't no problem. Well then, tell me, what's the problem?
Let me start by saying good afternoon to all of Trinidad and Tobago and of course the rest of the world. We are streaming live on Facebook at Street 919 FM and YouTube as well. Iwer TV on YouTube. Well, for 2 weeks you didn't hear my voice. I hope you didn't miss me too much. Of course, I had other stuff to say about. Very important. I didn't get sent home yet. Right? I'm not out of the building yet. I'm still here with you guys. Of course, TC and each and every Saturday in our company, Heavy Duty as well. Heavy, good afternoon, my brother. What's up?
Good afternoon, TC.
Heavy.
Good afternoon to you, and good afternoon to the listeners of the Street 919 FM, and good afternoon to those of you locked on Facebook and YouTube. Well, TC, for the 2 weeks I hold it down, and it was missed.
Yeah, boy. But Heavy, boy, so much things I like every week I supposed to come. I seen some kind of action that I want to ask you about. Heavy, I'm seeing you walking around with a bullhorn in Monrepo.
You see me?
Yes, Heavy.
In Monrepo?
It wasn't in Monrepo. You sure, Heavy?
Monrepo, you say? No?
Heavy, but some part of Mova, you a bullhorn, Heavy. Or is that an old video surfacing with Heavy Duty talking for peace and...
Oh, there was you the shooting. It was talking for
God, but they play like you don't know what
that was about a whole month ago.
That was not month. That was
about 3 weeks.
Well, right, that was the first week that I
That when the guy got shot and we do a peace march.
A peace march, Heavy Duty. Spearheading a peace march in Monrepo.
In Monrepo, yeah. In Monrepo, and we walk down.
I don't know my country.
No. What I say? I trying to recollect.
And Heavy's asking for people to
put on the guns.
Put on the guns and
yeah,
which is a really nice thing. It's a difficult thing.
Yeah. It's very hard to do.
It's very hard to do because if you're from
Mova. Yes.
You're from Mova, so
yes.
you would understand the lineage of everything that is taking place, and people believe that it's just black youth just killing one another, and it's really more than that, right? It's really plenty more than that, and it's so much that we can't even start to go deep into it, right? But it's a nice call. It's a nice way to start a conversation, or at least somebody would hear you, right? And they can't say that, okay, Heavy is a person that has influence and is doing nothing with his influence. You understand? So I want to congratulate you.
Thank you.
Right? Although they don't like it too much, I would still say congratulations. And let me throw all at you one time, because you know me, right? Because when I see it, I say, what my partner doing? Peace walk and this and that, and you know the negative energy would come one time and start to speak about that politically motivated and this and that, and you know, whether or not it was politically motivated, at least it was motivated. And that is what I told a few people. Well, listen, better it's been politically motivated. Well, let some of us now get politically motivated and do whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
Whatever side of the fence you're sitting on, if you're a PNM, a UNC, a ILP, or whatever, get politically motivated and get up and do whatever you're doing. If it's politics, has to make you do it. But don't chastise somebody else for doing it when you're doing nothing, and you're politically motivated as well. Right? But you're taking your political motivation to do nothing.
Correct.
You understand?
Exactly.
Take that motivation that you have, put on your red jersey, put on your yellow jersey, put on your green jersey, put on your black jersey, and get out there and speak to them, you tell them. And maybe if more people do that, the results will happen. For sure.
Wow.
You understand?
Thank you, TC. Thank you very much.
I'm being real. I shut it down one time because I say, hey. And you like politics? End user so and so, and you ain't afraid to say, if you're so and so, then why not?
It's so sad that
take
people,
that same drive.
It's so sad that people tend to shoot the messenger and not understand the message. You understand?
Yeah, you're right.
They're really, really, really blinded by. Don't matter if somebody, you understand, telling them the right thing. You want to go down in the business and what they should do and what it was and who they are.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah. Instead of just go with
what they're saying.
Look, this person, despite of who they are, right? It's just like and I always give perks to criminals that speak to, or if you want to call them community leaders, or whatever you want to call them, that speak to youth and tell them, hey, that is not the way. Here why? I give them perks. It's like you growing up real tough. You know what it give, and you don't want your children to give that.
Exactly.
So here what? you could come out and be the mentor now and say, I was part of that. I know what it is. I make that jail. I do the crime. I rob. I this. So here what, brethren and sistren, not because I make it to this age. I was lucky to stand here today and talk to all this. So I get in the upper. I give real respect to men like that, Evie.
True. That's
You
the way to go.
understand? I give real respect to men like that. Yeah. So it was nice. It was really nice to see you
Thanks.
doing that.
Well, today we have an interview in the next hour, so we have a lot of. I have planned to talk about something in particular today
Go ahead.
from last week, right? And the week before I had mentioned we were talking about the children that's fighting in school.
Yeah.
I did a show on it.
Right.
The first week I wasn't here, right? And one of my solutions was to reintroduce sports and sporting activities in all major schools to give the children them something to do besides, not just the theory work, right?
Heavy.
Bring back the sporting in school because sports was a big thing long time. Intercol football and all these things was big long time.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? We could even introduce new sports into this curriculum, right? And lo and behold, last week, Miss New Village called and said, have you like to hear what you said? Because the Ministry of Sports launched their new sporting initiative for young people. And I have the flyer in my phone. I will read it.
Heavy, I am telling you, I heard on a program, I think it was last week.
Mm-hmm.
I was on my way to work and the radio was on a particular radio station and they were carrying about a program.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, why not? And some people may say, no, don't do that. Why not go the distance if you want? If you want to go that distance, let's have boxing matches in school.
Yeah, I didn't say that. I want this person mentioned.
You have a grudge with somebody?
Yeah, go in the ring.
Go and train.
Yeah.
Make it an event. Make the half of the school follow you, and half of the schools follow the next person.
Yeah.
Put on all the gloves. Make some little videos promoting it.
Yeah.
If all they want to do $1 fight, where every student pay $1 and come in the hall.
Yeah.
Make it an event that can profit.
Yeah. Another big profit.
And then the energy.
Yeah.
Because boxing is $1 million industry.
Of course.
You might even get a box out of a school of that, It might start as a grudge.
Yeah,
but this person like it so much that he knock out 3 people. He is the champion in school and he start to call out people. It will become something that school will start to compete against school.
I said that the first week, but boxing, I said they want to fight, make them fight in the right way. Professionally.
Yes.
Right? And also it can introduce trainers and things and see potential. Have you seen a potential in this youth, man?
It will eventually reach there heavy because schools now will start to call out schools.
Yeah. I even come up with the school Olympics. It's like Olympics for all schools.
All schools.
You understand? So schools competing against each other in track and field, boxing, running, basketball, football, tennis, every single thing.
Everything.
Like an Olympics. Keep it and keep it for coming down closer to July, August vacation after the exams.
Holidays,
for the summer.
Where they could cool down.
And they could cool down.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
And let people come into it, coaches and all these things. You see, we could find the next athlete to go Olympics and thing from that.
There, yeah.
Our footballers and basketballers and you can find the next top athlete from that. The next teacher and World Cup. The next,
Yeah.
And this is what I was bringing to the table as a solution.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we need that. We need that energy because I am hearing something circling on social media and I hope it's not true. That the young man
who got beaten from the 5 men, he died, he passed away.
I heard that he passed away, and if that is the case, that is a very sad situation. I saw that fight.
Yeah, but
one of the youth men jumped on that youth man's head,
yeah, boy,
on his head, and he's so caught up in the hype that people balling yes in the background. Oh God!
But when you do that, the ball they go kill him.
You go kill him, right?
And
now I'm hearing that he succumbed to his injury, right? That means that 6 youths, not one.
Yeah, 6.
6 youths, because I think it's 5 youths that was involved in the beating, if I'm not wrong. So if that's the correct number, whether it's 5 or 4 or 3, that means that whole team there have lost, right, their life. Not just the youth that has succumbed
No,
to it.
they now have to.
The rest of them has lost their life as well, and that is a sad situation. I'm not only looking at the loss of the child and condolences going out to the family, right? But I also are looking at the overall picture where the entire team there, those youths there who have to face it now, it's gonna be really hard for them.
And their parents.
There is no way to save them and their parents. You just imagine you send your boy to school, or you think he home. He ride down the hill playing football, or he ride out the road. But he head down to by somebody's school to beat somebody else's child.
Yeah.
And you saw that on social media. You in shock, and heavy. Not all his parents is monsters and the growing monsters and the children bad.
I don't entertain that them conversation.
I understand that there is parents out here that is growing monsters. I understand that. But there's also
you can't paint everybody with a broad brush.
But there's also parents out here that is fighting real hard, and as they turn their back, the child turned from angel to Satan. You understand?
I want to send a video to play.
Send it to the WhatsApp and
I'm gonna send it to the WhatsApp.
Yeah, send it to the WhatsApp and all that.
Because it will be this because this is the weekend review, and this particular video has gone viral. And I hear nobody in the station play it yet. So I'm gonna find it. I find it in the I'm trying to watch my phone without my glasses. Wow.
Wow. But boy, this school violence is really a great concern. You know, and for school to now be reopened and dealing with this amount, the amount is overwhelming. The amount is overwhelming. Let me see if I can find it. Which one did you send it to?
The WhatsApp.
If it's on your,
I think that phone is the WhatsApp phone.
Are you seeing it having two?
Yeah, it had two texts.
Right, but it's not here. It's not here.
Refresh WhatsApp.
Yeah, it's not.
So the video that we are speaking about is a video have been circulating all over the media. It had made news in mainstream media also, plus social media, right? And it's a video of former Minister of Finance, Karen Newyer-Sisher, right? And she was in an interview in UWI, and she had some very, very...
It's here. It's on this.
It's on that one.
She made some very.
She. You go ahead. I don't want to say.
Let me see if I can get it
to show.
To come up here.
Yeah.
I'll open up the WhatsApp here.
And I think it's only fair that we share this video. We play this video. After we are here to educate and inform. The information that she said on that video was very.
If I don't get it here, I will just
have to play the audio.
Play the audio by itself. All right, but let me try one more time to get it.
It's not opening?
It's not opening.
Okay.
All right, well, then what
so we'll just play the audio.
I'll just play the audio from here. All right? Because it's not opening at all.
I can push up the line.
Yeah, that's no. It's not opening. So I will play the audio for you guys.
So we just have the audio. For those of you who are on Facebook and YouTube, you just hear the audio, okay?
Hold on, let's play the audio.
Right? Yeah, we're going to play it now.
Okay, so I would want to say this. I think I speak with the sense of confidence on the topic because I was in there. I was in there, and I was in there at a very position as a Minister of Finance. And I had a very good relationship with the Prime Minister. One, because I guess my position being new, and he previously had about 4 ministers in the Ministry of Finance, and he just had myself and Marianne. And I think he believed that I did support his vision, strategic vision for Trinidad and Tobago. There's no question in my mind, you know, and I probably, it's not, what the gentleman just said is about right. That thing about the red tape, I didn't put that up, you know. When I looked at the corruption perception index for the public sector, they gave these 6 factors that drive corruption in the corruption perception. And one of them was red tape. And you know that just clicked to me. And yes, you're right, because where are all these unlicensed guns coming from? Why is there such a heavy crime? Let us not pretend that we don't understand. Yes, there's some domestic crime, but even among the domestic crime, many people are on drugs. You have to understand that a lot of the laws, and maybe I have this understanding because some of them were around when I was a minister, the Revenue Authority, they have diluted it completely. And we don't have time to go into it. The gambling legislation, we should not have gambling in this country. We have too much money laundering. EU has blacklisted us. You saw they had a meeting in Barbados with Mia and the Prime Minister about de-risking and the bank, the correspondent bank. De-risking meaning taking you off completely. You see the Prime Minister has run off to Washington for 4 days to discuss that topic. This country is a corrupt country. And if people want to pretend that they do not understand that at the root of this corruption in this country is the transshipment of cocaine that is able to give people power to open up businesses, for the businesses to fail, for the businesses to reopen, to have the politicians jump in at their call. The Procurement Act is a perfect example of the level of corruption in this country. And yes, it's deliberate. All the reports. I know I was inside there, and I can say no. I might be wrong, and I might be biased, because I know somebody who I'm seeing to the right of me has said Mr. Manning was the worst Prime Minister Trinidad and Tobago ever had. I won't look at him, but he said that. But I will say that unfortunately he did not have the opportunity to meet and work with him, because one of the things that he was, in my view, this is what I picked up. I think that he was now Prime Minister. I think he wanted to end. He wanted to come out. He wanted to go and preach or whatever he wanted to do, which that's a whole different issue. And I think he wanted to leave and deal with the drug trade. I'm telling you that. I'm not asking you that. I can't tell you the names that he called to me. I can't call the names to you. But if I tell you the names that he called to me, who are the big business in this country, you might be shocked. I'm not asking you if somebody told me that he told me. I'm telling you that he told me. I am telling you that when I was setting up the Financial Intelligence Unit, I knew who wanted the job. I know what jobs they want. I'm not going to say what jobs they want. And I know who wants those jobs, because those are the jobs that allow them to be able to get sensitive information. I'm just telling you that. And I told the Prime Minister, the person who I knew wanted the job, I said, he's not getting it, because I know he wants it, and he wants it for the wrong reason. We got the Americans to come in from Washington and met with me. And I said, get me ahead of the effort, because the leadership, when you want to end a movement, Dr. Tuari, you don't go after the crowd. You go after the head. You go after JFK. You go after whoever is leading Martin Luther King. And then the movement disappears. So you go to the head. And I am telling you, I said, I don't want a Trinidadian. I don't want a Caribbean person there, because I don't want them heading up that FIU. And they brought the Washington people to me, and we were looking at somebody from in Central America. You don't think he understood the Revenue Authority, what he was doing? We had people from the American DA assisting us, Customs Department, setting up the Revenue Authority to set up and to develop one number, one PIN number, because we understood that what Mr. Manning understood, and I understood that he understood that with the gambling. He understood that why you letting the drugs in, because you're leaving your no gate, a dog, no guard, no nothing. You're letting it in, and sometimes the same people, which we have a national budget, and the three top items in our national budget are national security, health, and education. You look at Barbados, national security must be number 10. We're spending so much money on national security, and many of the private firms get the work. Look, you saw that whole scandal with the police commissioner, with all those cars and all those contracts he broke, allegedly. That was in the papers. I didn't say that. And I am telling you, in no uncertain terms, that at the root of our problem, and because why haven't we been able to solve it? Why have we not been able to solve it? Because at the root of our problem, there are people who have power in this country that said, I will approach 3 times, they realize, well, I don't take a bribe. I don't take a bribe. But they didn't come and ask, they didn't come in something big, you know. They came in something small to test me out, to see if I would think. But as soon as they tell me anything, I went to Mr. Manning. So they realized, don't tell her anything, because she ran in and tell Mr. Manning. So I am telling you, I have no doubt. Those OPVs, the Revenue Authority, the gambling legislation, the FIU, the sort where you had to get polygraph testing and you had to get tested for drug testing, I have no doubt, until you dealt with the root cause, you will never solve the problem of crime in this country. And by the way, my last little point is this. You know, we love to talk about the cockroaches and zesters and using as, code, Laventil and Mover, which everybody knows what they mean by Laventil and Mover. But I always say to people, if in fact this is a problem of a race, why isn't Tobago overrun with crime? Why isn't Maruga overrun with crime? Why isn't Point Fortin overrun with crime? Why isn't Toko overrun with crime? Because those are rural communities, and they go to that urban community, which is already very, very easily taken advantage of, very vulnerable, and they recruit. And they sit down wherever they have to sit down, and they call the shots. And a lot of the legislation, that's private-public partnership. Which small businessman could ever apply to do a project unless the government says, listen, we're giving half of the project to the small businessman? Why doesn't the government insist on certain of their supporters? I'm talking about whether contractors or big businessmen. Why don't we look at their history to see if they have been successful in or their cost of run? I am giving you the real story. You see all the story, how it sounds nice and all the things you're supposed to do, and how it sounds lovely and all the philosophical thing. It sounds really, really, really nice. I'm telling you from the inside, and none of them going to do it. If you have an AG that had to recuse himself 46 times, how you could have him as Attorney General? Because the recusal means conflict of interest, and he sat down there and 46 recusals, and he was still sitting down there. How you have a Minister of Agriculture who tells you he's missing his family for 19 months, he's still not left, he's still here, and you have a lesser position than the new minister can fire him tomorrow morning? How you could have a Prime Minister who moved the Minister of Tourism and they never tell me anything because it is a fact. They could only sue for defamation if it's not true. He moved him from housing, put him in tourism, then suddenly became the Minister of Housing for about 8 months. During that period, signed this a framework agreement for the Chinese who had been blacklisted to build 5,000 houses with Chinese labor and pay them in US. and then pretend he didn't know about it until the Freedom of Information Act was forced, and then he claimed he didn't know. That is, there's no trust in this government. The AV drilling. How do you explain that your senior counsel, highly respected, is telling you go to court and challenge that thing? I had read judgments. Why won't you go? But you pay him 100 million. There's no trust in this government for good reason. And I am not playing the nice game about, no, it's all nice, it sounds nice, or that. That's the reality. And the reason why the country is hopeless, Dr. Tuari, as you know, because both parties are seen as being corrupt. And therefore, it's 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. And what allows them to sustain their nonsense is because they use the race and the religion as a separator of two groups. But I am telling you from the inside, that is what is destroying our country. I'm not asking you, listeners, I am telling you he called names. And when I see some of those names in the top position in this country, I am sure about my views of this government.
That is what they call a mouthful.
Wow.
So wait, just now. She sat and did this video. And I just listen on it.
Yeah,
The man say, you could only sue me if I'm lying.
If I'm lying, yeah.
You could sue me for defamation of character.
Yeah.
But instead of you carrying the case to court, you give them 100 million. It just not. Instead of carrying the case to court,
A senior
you give them
counsel tell you about case.
$100 million. I thought we don't have money, Heavy.
You know how much money that subsidy we could have paid for the gas and subsidy gas from
Heavy.
rising.
I thought we don't have money.
Okay.
Heavy,
We
that's
don't have
now.
money for poor people.
And that's what I just keep saying, boy.
We don't have no money for poor
This
people.
has vexed me, boy. But you're saying 000 for government workers.
Yeah.
But you could give $100 million
To settle a man case out of court.
out of court.
Although a senior counsel advise you that you have a case, a senior counsel tell you kick it to court, you have a case.
You have a case.
Nah,
Don't worry about them.
I will settle it.
Don't worry about them.
Yeah.
You have a case, right? Take
Yeah.
it to court, you can save some money. Nah, man, 100 million is small money.
Now he money is we money, taxpayers' money.
No, we died not with money.
That he money.
That's his money.
Oh, he take it out of your pocket.
Have you all living in a bubble with that is we money? Well, go in the treasury and take up some. Send that your money in the treasury down there. Send that your money in the financial complex.
Yeah,
go and take
it.
some.
Go and take it.
Yeah, go and take your share. Say, listen, go in, ask them what is the net amount they have there.
For me.
No, overall,
Yeah.
divide it into 1.5 million people.
And tell you I want my
say,
portion.
That's my portion. I want it now.
No, yeah. Give me mines.
Yeah.
And show my ID card and
And
show
show
my
your
birth
ID
paper.
card and your birth paper is a trini. That your money?
It was so easy, eh?
But that's all they make it sound.
Yeah, boy.
All you continuously, and I want to say all you because I don't play that game. All you continuously, right? Play the political game. Dip all your finger. Say, we is the PNM, we is the UNC, we is the this, and we is the that, and we own. And as soon as the last ballot count, as soon as the
Results come
final results are in,
That is it.
the reigning party, or the victorious party, I should say, it turns from we to me.
To me, yeah.
You could say what you want, and it happens all
the time.
It turns from 50, 60,000 people in Arangwa Savannah to only those who on stage. It come like the Savannah get empty. It come like Eddie Hard Grounds empty. And only who on stage matters now.
No, yeah.
And some of who on stage, some of them and all them matter.
It matter, yeah. Some of them and all them
Some of
matter.
them may even matter.
So what do you think overall when she said the big businessmen who were allegedly involved in drugs and in narcotics in Trinidad and Tobago
But Heavy,
are now holding the top positions that they wanted all the time?
Heavy, that has been going on
Correct.
from umpteen years. That is why it's so easy for businessmen to finance
the party.
political parties.
So
Because the money laundering behind it
yeah.
is overwhelming. When we thinking it's just a few million, when we thinking, nah man, how much you got money launder? 10 million or 15 million? Boy, that monkey money.
Billions
boy.
is billions and money.
That monkey money, boy. Them, the money laundering around these people is crazy.
Them opening business and allowing it to fail.
Yes, they don't care.
To open it back.
They don't care.
Yeah. So I want to see if I can get some calls.
Business.
Can we take no calls in
And
here?
they will take 30 workers.
Yeah.
30.
30.
And they send in salary in the bank every
month.
fortnight, every
And
month.
nobody in the business.
And the business, when the truck come to collect can be. But the sales are adding up.
The sales are adding up to the amount of money that collecting.
The sales are adding up.
Yeah.
And we know that.
Yeah.
It's not adding up.
Let me get some calls.
Yeah, we take some quick ones now. Hi, good afternoon, welcome.
Well, let me say pleasant Saturday afternoon. And Mr. Tabakit in the house.
Yes, Mr. Tabakit.
Let me say, just before that day, let's wish all mothers happy Mother's Day, peace and blessings to all women, grandmothers, sisters, daughters, those who will play that motherly role. And especially in this time in our nation, I want to say hats off to the single mothers and mothers who find it really hard to make ends meet and put that bread on the table. Indeed, you all are true champions as mothers. Let's get there quickly for that. To my two conscious brothers in the studio, help me here. Is it true this year we would mark 60 years as an independent nation?
Yep.
Let's go there quickly. Now, you all just played a clip from the former finance minister under the Patrick Manning administration, Miss Karen Nunez Teixeira. Hate her or love her, say what you want, regardless to what you do or say. The facts is the facts. But you know what is the burning question I have this evening? And which is a pertinent question. Oil and gas just about to run out. The refinery is closed down. Lord Heavy and CC. Are you hearing this evening, you know?
Yep.
You mean to say 60 years and we have no money to show for 60 years after all our natural resources?
Nothing.
Listen, gentlemen, this is heavy, heavy stuff, you know. You talking where a country, brothers, I was looking at a video on Singapore without any set and natural resources and oil.
Telling me?
And they are one of the front runners, richest country in the world. Brothers, let's go there quickly. So imagine the kind of natural resources we have here that Singapore has that. You talking about a pitch lake? You talking about sand quarry? You talking about gas find upon gas find? You talking about oil well upon oil well? You talking when Shell and all of them was here before we took over Petrotron? Heavy and TC, let us go there. And I'll tell you why. And I have a burning question to all Trinidadians and for Tabakid the Sea. How you feel for 60 years? Look, don't cost me. Ask all yourself questions. Where our money gone? All these, and listen to me. I want to say this evening. I take no prisoners, and I'll tell you what. I say all politicians from Williams today, they pilfered, they stole, they thief the money, they thief the nation patrimony.
Correct.
And gentlemen, this is a serious question, you know. After 60 years, with oil and gas, with natural resources, and hear this one. You know, a continent and a country is two different things.
Yeah.
Do you know it has continent? Some of the continents do not possess the type of natural resources and raw minerals that we have right here in Trinidad in this Caribbean. Listen to me. What was Dr. William's daughter's name? Help me.
Erica.
When Dr. William passed on, and they did a documentary, and she was the third richest woman in the world.
Yep.
Listen to me, you know, people. Tabakita making up this thing. That is documented. And you know why I go in there? From that day come till death. And people ask all yourself this question. You see this thing, who is a fanatic? Who is a PNM? Who is a UNC? Who is a this? When your child crying and it reaches to the hospital and it don't have medication. When your child crying and you go to the supermarket, or you hear this, you know, and I close it here. You know, as from yesterday, all green band maxi, the fares will be going up by $2 and $3. It now starts. And that is why I ask citizenry. I am not asking a PNM or a UNC or a COP or who to come and form a party. Ask all yourself one question. As we climb into 60 to celebrate that, ask all yourself, why does our treasury have a big hole? And we are allowing politicians to spit in our face. Let me repeat this, brothers. It's heavy, but I have to say it. Why we are allowing politicians to spit in our face?
Why?
And you know what? And I'm closing now. Oh God, I have to do it heavy and TC. And we heading to Facebook. We heading to TikTok. We heading to our social media. Oh God, he like me because I'm African. She like me because I'm Indian. And meanwhile, the politicians going with billions who are heading to Panama, they're heading to China, they're heading where we can't go to trace the money, and all we hear, $1 call.
30 seconds. 30 seconds, Tabakit. Tabakit, you have 30 seconds.
Well, as I take my leave, there is no 60 years to celebrate because the politician and them, they keep out all the money in the treasury.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tabakit. All right, Tabakit, we are heading to a pause. When we come back around,
we'll
continue the conversation. We'll take your calls. And we're supposed to have a guest in studio. I'll find out where's the status with them here. Where's the status with them when they come back around, all right? So stick and stay, don't go anywhere. This is the Week in Review.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Every living day, happy place in my life, every living day, happy place in my life, every living day. Hey, I'm a happy place in my life, and it can't change. And I just come out here to do right. Boy, that's why I will never, ever change. Every way I go, I'm a happy. That's why I will never, ever change. Every. If you're watching in the house right now. sense. And when you see me rocking by myself, tell them it's so far pretend, so me tell them. And when you see the liquor in the end, we live your life like it's no problem. And everybody put your hand in the air. Say, that's why I will never, ever change. I'm a happiness everywhere I go. So do the dance, never, ever change. I'm a happiness everywhere. Put a smile on your face. We tell them, a smile a day. Give the vibes away. And a smile a day. Give bad vibes away. We tell them, a smile a day. That's why I will never, ever change. I'm a happy place everywhere I go. I'm a happy place, I will never, ever change. I'm a happy place everywhere I go. I'm a happy place.
From the studio to the stage, every Friday between 3 to 4 p.m. Right here on the street, 919 FM. Radio you can see. Log on to our Facebook and YouTube so you can see live interviews and performances from some of our very own local superstars. Right here on the street, 919 FM.
From the moment you first crossed eyes,
it's a girl,
to their very first bowl of cereal, open wide. Going into parenthood means nourishing your little one to reach their fullest potential. With Nestum Nature's Selections infant cereals, give 30% more whole grain with 15 vitamins and minerals, including iron, all with no added sugar. Nature's Selection. Give your baby the best. Nestum, from 6 months onwards.
Right now! The Transport and Industrial Workers Union celebrates its 60th anniversary on May 4, 2022. On behalf of our President, Judy Charles, Executive and staff, we wish to thank our members and stakeholders for your contribution and support throughout the years. TIWU pays special tribute to Joe Young, our founder, James Jones, Darren Samuel, Desmond Bishop, and Sylvester McLaren, past stalwarts who carried the struggle of the working class over the years. As we look toward the future, we also remember the contributions of Clive Nunes, Roland Sutherland, Albert Aberdeen, and Alwyn Brewster. TIWU was formed during an important period in the history of our country, the period which saw the winning of political independence from the British colonialists. For it was in 1961 the bus workers in the South revolted against the leadership of W.W. Sutton in the Amalgamated Transport Workers Union and set into motion the machinery which led up to TIWU's registration as the trade union in May 4th, 1962. 60 years of strong leadership. We continue to pave the future for the members we represent. TIWU continues to be a hope for the working class. Join us in celebrating our accomplishments. United to struggle.
It's our anniversary. It's our anniversary.
Mom loves to comment on the pictures you post.
That's my daughter. I remember when she was in Pampers.
And call during those important meetings.
Hello?
Leroy, you want food later?
Mom, I'm in a meeting. But what you cook?
Show Mom more love with great Mother's Day specials from B-Mobile. Get a 30-day prepaid plan for only $100. Handsets with any postpaid plan starting at $499. Plus, 1 month free service and 25% off for 11 months when you switch to B-Mobile. It's more love for moms with B-Mobile.
Every Friday, it's all about Fire Mood Soca Fridays with MC Duke and Selector Kochi from 6 straight to 9 p.m. blazing all the latest and past soca hits. So remember, make it a line, make it a day, rock and come in, you know. It's all about Fire Mood Soca Fridays on the Street 919 FM. Don't know.
If you're experiencing pain, constipation, headaches, poor blood circulation, high or low blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, swollen or darkened feet, come visit us at Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle offer a wide range of services. Come.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
This is the voice of Tuesday, Seventh-day Adventist. We are preaching Emergency Alert broadcast, which is from the Tuesday, Seventh-day Adventist Church. We will be featuring voices of brethren from different parts of the world, preaching the gospel, preaching prophecy as it relates to current events and the ending of the world. Listen to us on 91.9 FM every Sunday from 9:15 to 9:45 a.m. on Sundays. May God bless you as you learn the truth. In Jesus' name, amen.
Hey guys, it's Aisha Wells here. Listen up. If you're considering selling or renting your house in Trinidad and Tobago, then call Keelan George with O'Neill's Real Estate Group. He's a good friend of mine and he's been in the business for over 6 years. First, selling real estate in Atlanta, Georgia, and now right here in Trinidad and Tobago. He has a strategic online marketing presence that actually attracts thousands of home buyers and renters. Plus, with his home selling advice and techniques, he's getting homes sold really fast. Keelan will actually guarantee you sell your home, or get this, you can cancel the listing agreement and pay nothing at any time. That's right, you heard me, nothing at any time. Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, people. Check out www.o'neillrealestatetT.com. O'Neill is spelled O-N-E-I-L, or just call Keelan direct at 363-4030. That's 363-4030.
Greetings and blessing in the name of our wonderful Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I'm Valentine Garcia.
And I'm Nikki Garcia. And we would like to invite you to listen to the Final Hour broadcast every Monday from 12 midnight to 5 in the morning on the Street 919 FM radio.
Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444.
Please be sure to tune in and prepare to be blessed.
My life, I lay it on the altar as my life.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's radio. Get in touch with God. Turn your radio.
Are invited to join Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at number 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco in Sangre Grande, for the Old Time Gospel Hour Family Radio Ministry every Sunday from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Check out the Children's Hour Worship Ministry of the Word and the Family Forum every Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. The Law and You, and every Friday evening from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. All night prayer live on the Street 919 FM, designed with you in mind. This program deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective. You will also be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, He hath showed thee, O man, what is good, and what doeth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly and to love mercy and walk humbly with thy God. Your financial support through the First Citizens Bank will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222. For further information, call 753-1113 or email us at church668hope@gmail.com.
Share the line.
Share the line.
The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Okay, we are back on the inside. It's our number 2 right on the Street 919 FM. The Weekend Review, and of course we are celebrating 60 years with TU. Yes, we are celebrating 60 years with TU, and we are honored to have two of the comrades with us this afternoon, right? Oh Lord, Father, help me through this interview. I have two beautiful young ladies with me here this afternoon, but two very rough young ladies. I had the honor of meeting them yesterday. One of these young ladies gave me a name one time off the back. She just went off and gave me a name one time. The other young lady, from the first day I worked in the company, I heard her names rattling in the corridors of, saying that this young lady is a very aggressive but very good-hearted young lady, you know, but she speaks out and she is not a person to take any BS from anybody, and I think she's on the right path. Yes, I think she's on the right path. So let me say good afternoon to the two guests with me. You could come closer to the mic. Right? And this mic here would be yours. Right. Yeah, so she can get you in the we wanna see you. You're looking too nice today to hide. After the hairstyle yesterday. You're quiet today?
We come with you told us to behave yesterday.
Oh, well.
So we came with our
good behavior.
Only walk with good behavior today?
Yeah, because naturally we would have come
very aggressive.
Yes.
Well, I want that kind of aggressive union side today.
Oh, yeah, what a union? You sure
I want a union side today because we are here celebrating 60. I know you all had a round table meeting yesterday. I was honored to be there and did some of the interviews with some of the legends, some of the people that paved the way from 1960. They could tell you what happened in 1960.
Yes.
That was really, really something over here. It was epic yesterday, you know, to know that these are the people that made the march what it is, made the unionizing what it is.
Yes.
You know, and they sat yesterday with you all to give you all some knowledge. How was that?
It was overwhelming for me, as I like getting information. I like finding out things, and we had a few pictures at the hall that we weren't aware of who exactly was who.
Right.
And when we met Mr. Nunez, upon meeting Mr. Nunez, he schooled us from 1965 come up.
Wow.
Yes, so we learned about the Black Power movement. We learned about when Neil and Massey was victimizing workers. We learned about when he had gotten locked up a few times, well, for being a good unionist at that, a strong one.
Right.
So we learned a lot yesterday.
Could you see yourself going back to that time as you are now, you know, just take yourself away from here and see yourself being back into those days. Could you see yourself being part of those march and, you know, you have that kind of aggression, you have that kind of fight in you?
Most definitely we do. Well, I often imagine myself back in those days.
So if those days are to replay themselves now, would you be on the front line?
Forefront.
Would you be there for your people?
Most definitely.
The police ready to
Most
tear gas
definitely.
you?
Most definitely.
You're ready to take that lock up?
Most definitely.
Most definitely.
Most definitely.
How much years you have been part of the TU family?
I've been part of the TU family not long after Miss Charles was elected president. That would be 3 years and going.
3 years and going.
Yes.
She's the first ever female president.
Yes, she is.
And
She's one of the most powerful presidents as well.
Bossy, because
yes, we have
women standing with women.
Yes.
I understand that, and that is a very nice thing to see. That union, the prevalent names from 1960 to now, if you even watch at the books, yes, if you even look at the books, if you look at the history, men has dominated that sector.
Well, women are here to take that over.
And with your loud boisterous behavior, I know it's in good hands. I know it's in good hands. Tell me, in your own likeness, I know everybody has their favorite. You know, who were your favorite speaker yesterday?
It's a hard decision, but if I had to say who am I have a soft spot for Mr. Nunez.
For Mr. Nunez.
Yes, because he carries us back to a time in which it was really tough, you know, and to me, it's at our doorsteps once again in 2022. We're almost at that same time because most rights are being stripped from the members. You understand? They're taking away a right to vaccinate. They're taking away a lot of things from the working class currently, and we're almost at that doorstep once again. So just now we might be out there fighting that good fight again.
I'm really seeing that bubbling, that snowballing right now, because the amount of different stuff that is taking place around the working class, and well, I can't say nobody's saying anything, but they are saying, and it's going to deaf ears. You know, the hot topic right now is government back pay and that pending salary increase from since 2013. Right? How is that fight for you all? I want to know what's going on with that, because.
Well, to tell you the truth, I am in disagreement with our government blaming us, the working class, for them mismanaging the economy. Because we are a rich country at that, right? We all know this.
Right.
So how can they now say that what we would have already worked for, they can't receive? I would urge the Prime Minister to take into consideration that the union movement from 1965 come up 1960, let me correct myself, was very powerful. We have taken a back seat and tried, we tried to do it diplomatically.
Diplomatic, yeah.
You know? And if it is that the Prime Minister is willing to set his country back at that era, from the 1960s to the 70s when we fought, the unions have no issue with coming out and giving them that fight. Because these people would have put in the service to receive their back pay and their other packages. So why are you now telling the working class that they cannot receive what is rightfully theirs?
I think it's really, really
It's
sad.
dehumanizing.
It's dehumanizing. And as I heard in the speeches that was spoken yesterday from the various heads, this word keeps popping up, right? And heavy up to now, it's sticking my brain. They said that they're carrying the working class back to slavery days.
Well, it feels like that, you know, TC.
You know, it really hurts, because that means that what my father worked for, what my grandparents worked for,
yes,
what I am now working for, is down the drain.
All in vain.
All in vain, because now we're going back to a time where what Massa say, that's the only rule. Massa rule is the only rule.
Yeah. But that won't happen, because in the 1970s, when they started forming the trade unions, 1960s, my apologies once again. In the 1960s, when they started forming the trade unions, right, they weren't formed as yet. We have a history in which we built on, right? So therefore, we would adequately defend the working class.
But now they're saying, and I'm taking a jab at you, I'm just going with what tongues say, you know. You have to listen to the ground, and only then and there you can understand what's really happening. They're saying like the unions is weak, how nobody not protesting, how nobody not hitting the streets, and if it was Camilla, everybody out there, I'm just paraphrasing here, you understand? Why is it taking the union this long to say, here what, dumb all tools, let's head out there. It is time to get our money, time to get our just payment, you understand? Because in this, you suffering as well.
Yes.
You suffering as well. What are we waiting on to say? Here what? Workers, down tools. We can't take it anymore. We can't take the increase in everything else. Increase in food prices, increase in gas, increase in everything around us, except our salary.
Well, I think Mr. Anisette would have said it well last night, you know. Mr. Anisette would have said it well last night. It takes the members. You see, most times people look at the leader, the presidents of the union.
Right.
Who are the presidents of the union without the members?
Yeah.
If we remove the members from the union, is there a union?
No, there is
just a sitting president.
Yes.
So when the members come out together, because this is solidarity, a union is you and I, we have to come together.
Yes.
So if we are not in this together, and workers are sitting on their asses, so to speak, and waiting for the little comrades and them to go out there with the little one or two placards. Nothing is happening because the government is sitting up there and they are looking down. Look how the union out there fighting and the members home and doing nothing. They have to come out too.
Yeah, you need the numbers to show
we
solidarity.
Need the numbers.
You need the numbers. You really do need the numbers to show that solidarity. You know? And I personally believe, and this is just my belief, that it's time for some sort of drastic measures to make the government understand. And I don't care. You all don't know me that personal, but I don't care who sits at the head of the table.
Neither do I.
I personally don't care if it's Indian, African, Syrian, Chinese. I do not care. All I care about is the people and the policies being carried out the way it's supposed to be. And right now that is not happening, right? So they need to have some sort of drastic measures to make sure that it comes into play. You know, you all are celebrating 60. This is a milestone for you all.
Oh yes.
And something has to happen now. We can't wait for 61. 61 is just a number.
Well, TC, if the Prime Minister doesn't adhere, then I guess we will see what real unionism is. We're trying not to display such behavior, but if it's needed, we would.
That is
the
why
conglomerate of unions, we have no issues with this.
That is why I was urging Comrade Ozzy Warwick to come across and join forces. Because the energy, you know, that vigorous energy, that fighting, I love it.
You love it.
I love it.
You could see it in your face.
I love it.
Your husband has had problems with you. She wanted to divert, but that's the one right there. That is the dark one there on set is the one that has the name for me, and I wouldn't and do not even think about it. Right? Right. Tell me. what's ahead for this? Because I know it's a year of celebration, right? What's ahead? I know you all have some stuff.
Well, we're about to have a car wash. We are looking forward to having a plant sale because we're doing these things so that the members could get to know the union, get to know who is out there fighting for them. So we're inviting them in with different activities. We're going to have football. We're going to have a lot of things to bring them closer to us.
I was also hearing that you have some classes or something like that.
Yes.
Going to be starting somewhere down the road.
Already started.
We have already started classes.
Already started.
The union, well, I shouldn't say, the union, but Ms. Charles, she ensures that each of us are adequately educated, I must say. She sends us on different training programs, and when we receive the information, we go out there and we disseminate it to the workers. We go out there with our collective agreements and we explain it down to board to them, because I don't like to say illiterate, I use the word undereducated, because circumstances make you end up in that situation, right?
Definitely.
So we go out there and we try to educate our workers. And when I say our workers, I'm not speaking about MTS only, because we represent a vast majority.
And I was getting to that. I know it's the umbrella or the main company is the transport, right? On the transport, you will have other companies that you will represent.
Yes.
MTS being one of them.
Yes.
Right? Is this different heads coming together under the transport union?
Well, we have different presidents for each, like how we would represent Answer Polymer, right? They would have presidents there as well. They would have shop stewards there as well. But when it is we have events or planning or training or anything, we come together as one. Because that's what a union is. We build on each other's strength.
So then you all have a good percentage of the working class that if you all say, hey, we done in tools today, well, they could shut down plenty.
Yes, a lot of places. The buses won't move. Places, the ministries won't be clean. The schools won't be cleaned. You understand? I don't know how paints would be sold.
Industrial places will be shut down.
Industrial places will be shut down.
Yes. So I like I said earlier, I urge the Prime Minister to reconsider his actions. Because we wouldn't want it to reach that, because the people that would suffer, if MTS doesn't come out and empty the bins for the office staff, they would sit in filth. How would they get to work if there are no buses?
And even though you have your personal vehicle, you reach to work and the offices is in a mess.
Good.
Yeah.
I doubt he would want that.
My question, TC, isn't the Prime Minister one of the main employers of the country?
Yes, he is.
Isn't it supposed to be as, okay, we practice what we preach, so we lead by example. So when we set standards as leaders, we should exemplify these standards. So the people we are sitting still waiting for the 1st of March to come, for negotiations to start. The 1st of March to come. We still waiting for the 1st of March to come for negotiations.
That is such a wow. Because every month I'm hearing it's gonna start next month. I have been hearing
and the workers are attacking the unions, not understanding that our hands are tied unless the government come forward and do their part.
Well, I'm hearing, and I interviewed Ms. Charles when the union had joined with the pushback movement heading to South of Palmas, right? And in that interview, Ms. Charles said that the government of the day is now saying, hey, we're going to tell you when you're ready to talk.
Yeah. That is how it's going.
That has never
happened before.
History
happened before.
In the history of governance,
never
happened before. They do it, and if they tell you, well, here, we're going to talk tomorrow, go and talk to Tom, and when you reach by Tom telling you, no, it's not me, you have to talk to Harry, and when you reach by Harry tell you, but how you reach by me?
Go back by Tom.
Go back by Tom.
Yeah.
So nobody's they're playing hot potato. Nobody's holding on to the potato to say, okay, let's sit and have that discussion. It's ring around the roses.
You see, the government is well aware that they are wasting a lot of our funds and they are not distributing it evenly. You understand? Because
obviously, because they give away $100 million to who am heavy? To the $100 million, the settlety out of court, $100 million.
But the workers that are the backbone of this country, because everybody is under the impression, mind you, me, I'm well educated, right? But I'm going to say this: people are under the impression that the workers are the backbone of this country. They don't understand that those workers are the lower class workers, which are the MTS, the PTSC, the people that we don't recognize as who really carry the country.
Yes.
And I find it to be very unreasonable.
Yes.
Why doesn't the Prime Minister, if he so much cares about all the whole of Parliament, if they so much care about the people of this country, why don't they cut back their salaries? Why don't they try living on our salaries for just 2 months?
They can't buy a Porsche with that.
No, they can't.
You can't buy a Porsche with that.
It is unfair because they are single mothers that work for this small salary.
Sweetheart, let me, and I know you may know, but let me just refresh your memory. The perks, just the perks, not the salary, just the perks that these ministers collect is way past our salary.
Way past.
Way past. So if they just take away the perks, I would start to feel comfortable. I would say, okay, they took away the perks so somebody else could get something.
They would show that they care.
They would show that they care.
They took away the food card sometime back from single mothers. How do you expect single mothers, after we went through the pandemic where we would have had to find devices and so on for our kids, right? Then while those children are at home with us, they weren't getting the school feeding program, right? So we had to provide on the small salaries that we already have for these children. You took away the food cards. Right? Why don't you take away?
When they could have enhanced the food card, and you brought a very important point there, V. They could have enhanced the food card because the money that they were spending behind the food school feeding program, they could have said, okay, put $100 extra on everybody's card.
Everybody card, yes.
On all the mothers' card, put $100 extra. That will ensure that $20 a day give the child a meal.
Yes. Yes.
And I never thought about that. Like you brought that to the.
No, well, remember.
And they took away the food card.
They did. They haven't. They said that they started issuing food cards. So many children are under duress because of the decisions of the people that eat a lot, and that is not correct. Those children are our future. Those children are our future, TC.
Wow.
If we leave these children to starve, what will happen to them?
Wow.
What kind of society would we be putting forward? The Prime Minister, the ministers, their children are well off. They are carried to train to shoot. If you come on Duncan Street, on the Beatham, if you go in the back of Lavanton and a little boy have something looking like a gun, that child could get shot. And these things aren't correct, and society isn't standing up for themselves. We the union reps, we the leaders of the union, we can only do so much. If these people want change, and they have to stand with us so that we can stand for them.
Correct. Because you going out there, just the 20-30 of you is not gonna make a difference.
No, it's not.
It's not. The 20-30 of you is standing on the front line to make sure that the 2,000, 3,000, 10,000 people that you represent could come and stand behind you, and we can make the difference.
Numbers is important.
The numbers is important. I want you all to speak to Trinidad and Tobago about your 60 years, anything important that you would like to share with them before we wrap up the interview, right? Is anybody that you would like to say thank you to, anything like that? I would give you the floor now so you all can go right ahead, and please don't call my name.
Well, I would like to start off by saying thanks first and foremost to my president, Miss Judy Charles.
Yes.
Right?
Beautiful lady.
Because Miss Charles taught us a lot over the years. she got a lot of us very ignorant. Like you always say, I'm very boisterous at times, only when I'm agitated though.
That's the one who make the video heavy.
Okay.
And she taught us a lot. Miss Charles is like a mother to all of us in the union. She guides us along the right path. She tries to, because at times the union in us comes out. Right? Mr. Anisat came last night and he said something that would stick with me for a lifetime. He said that no matter how educated you are, if your heart isn't in it, then you won't go forward. And a lot of us are educated, but without a heart. So that's why we're in the state we're in right now. You understand? But the people that I would like to thank, to tell you the truth, is the ones like Mr. Clyde Nunez and Mr. Weatherhead for paving the road for us so that we can adequately defend the citizens in Trinidad and Tobago. Because the citizens in Trinidad and Tobago, a lot of them aren't aware of their rights. A lot of them don't know that they are covered not only by their regular rights, the laws that we have, the acts that we have, but we also have human rights. We have the ILO as well that stands with us. So there is no way. Every single violation, when you think you're violated, there's a law in place for that.
Wow.
So the people that I would really like to thank is Mr. Clyde Nunez and Mr. Weatherhead.
She paused us reason she said Clyde Nunez.
Yes, because that man is a great man.
Yeah.
He is.
I like that. I like the fire. I like the drive. Anybody you like to thank?
Well, just like my comrade, the first person I would really like to thank is our president, Miss Charles, Miss Judy Charles, because she has and she continues to stand with us. She continues to encourage us. You know, we have benefited from Miss Charles. We have definitely benefited, and she has not just educated us or put us in the loop for education via books. She has also educated us based on our own self, helping us to align ourselves for this task, for this path that we choose. I like to say this path chose me, right? Because this TC was not, no way in my mind to be sitting in nobody's station talking to Trinidad, right? Because I am a laid back type of person. I like to do my damages behind the scene, you know, but however the union has brought me forward, I am thankful to Ms. Charles and by extension to the union. I am thankful to Mr. Joe Young, who is no longer with us. I give praise, I give thanks to our ancestors, because they are the one who first and foremost paved the way for us to be here. Mr. Nunez, Mr. Weatherhead, Mr. Annie said, they are still here with us, and we are very grateful that they are still here. Last night was a wonderful night.
Wonderful.
Last night was epic. It was exhilarating. I learned so much things just to do the introduction. I had to do a whole night research, and I was amazed. I was blown out of the water. The amount of things I had was to say there, because I had 7 minutes. I had to cut a lot of it out. You know, so I am thankful to all those who have a hand and a heart in unionism, trade unionism as it is. And my hope for trade unionism is solidarity. Is that all unions will come together.
Well, I want to thank you all so much for being here this afternoon, as well as I saw you all had Senator Wade Mack.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Honored with his presence.
Yes, you know.
Very honored.
So the panel yesterday evening was an awesome panel. You couldn't ask for more. And having the senator there, he could take things, as I told him in the interview, he could take things from there and carry back to the people that is, you know, in authority and implement it. Even though it may not be implemented now, it could be in the pipeline. So when they get their rain or they get their air, it could happen.
Yes.
You know? Ladies, again, I want to thank you all so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having us,
It was a beautiful interview. I want to say thanks to Ms. Cathy Miss Cathy.
I want to say thanks to Miss Cathy.
Yes, and Miss
Because
Cathy.
I came to the union through Miss Cathy, knowing that I am here on radio and stuff, and we started to speak, and then she introduced me to the president, and so forth and so forth, and we took it from there, and we're gonna have a lot of work together. I'm gonna be the voice here for you all. At any given time, if you all need to come and speak about anything that is of importance, the mic is always open. Just give me a call. You're always invited, because Trinidad wants to know what's going on with the unions. They don't, not only when there is the big match, right? We have to know at any given time, this is what is taking place. We have some good news or we have some bad news, but we need to get the news out there.
Yeah, I agree.
So again, thank you so much for having you all, and safe journey home,
Thank
ladies.
you, TC.
Thanks again, TC. It was lovely.
Yes.
Mr. Kamal. Whoa. Black dirty water we had to drink. Was I say it clean, but it smelling stink. My friend, we worry, money ain't no problem. My friend, we shouting, money ain't no problem.
All right, Heavy, we're back on the inside. I want to say thanks again for the TU family for being here with us, and of course, Heavy, I know you have so much, and the phone lines was going crazy as well, you know.
When we go back to the lines, we only have about 20 minutes before the break.
Right.
Let's go back to the lines one time.
All right, let's go back to the phone lines. But why is this happening? Oh, you're fixing the All right, so let's go back to the phone lines first, Heavy. Hi, good afternoon.
Mr. Good evening to you, TC, and good evening to you, Evie.
Yes, good afternoon.
TC, I was dying for you to take a call when the union rep
was there.
But not to ask because them is rep.
Yeah.
Them is not president. Them represent workers.
Yes.
So if we have about like 15, 20 workers working like in a corporation, then will be the rep, then will be going and come back to report to the workers who work in there.
What's going on and what's happening?
Yes, what takes place in the right. And because I'm a part of the union, I love the union. I understand what the ancestors of the union did to the working class in this country, while we have sick leave, casual, I'm talking about the government workers, sick leave, casual, vacation. And they know once in tall in a government place, it's hard for them to fire because the union snap. But today, I know Heavy and TC, that long time, the union never need the public to stand up with them. Each union have a figures of numbers because PSA have over 90,000 workers registered with them alone. Then we have Roger Party. He have a next 60 to 70 to 90 people also who's under. And then we can go on and on and quote different union. We have the working class. And today, the union cannot mobilize the whole working class to come out and say, hey, why? The unions today, the public believe that the unions is being sold out to the government because union want to be panel, union want to be a minister and prime minister. So the working class lost and hope in the unions and them because we see a big union, Roger, under Dr. Rowdy. He come a little boy, mash up one of the biggest union in the country. So I understand this sister and them heart and where their heart lies because them is only union left. But I am calling out the president, Lambert, Roger, and the same man who not calling, and all of them, because ask them how often they go and have meetings with the working class. In the last 3 years, I mean see one union come on my work. One union workers going to the union and they cannot solve no problem because it's either the government of the day tougher than the union, and that could never be. That could never be. So I question why the union dependent on the public today and not on, because there's over 200,000 government workers in this country. Daily pay and monthly. Corporation, WASA, T&Tech, AGC, Mensia Works, right? Over because the government is the biggest employee in this country, and that's why I'm saying, I dare anybody to say that the union, the PSA have, I dare anybody to deny what Kings is saying, that the PSA alone have 80,000 workers what register under them. And I ask, the car, they want 4,000. No union in this country today. Because they not the working class. That is why they have to beg the public now to join them. Because the working class in this country lost hope. That's so bad. And I'm calling on the union to come clean. Tell us if they really unionize or they want to be in politics. Stand to or yourself away from politics and start back fighting. Start back having blood, fighting for the working class. Understand the working class is being stifled. Understand the managers and the CEOs is coming down on the working class and the hands up in the air. Why are we being mixed up? We see Roger, Laime Dr. Yaouli, MJ, Abdullah, sitting with Kamala. We see union under the partnership. There was senators, so the working class today at the close is losing hope, sisters. They are losing hope, and we have young people who are part of the union. We have to tell the president that. We have to explain them that they're being too much mixed up with the politicians and the working class. Exact about that. That is why today, none of you could bring up all working class who have 90,000, who have 80,000, who have 100,000, who have 60,000, who have 40,000. None of you could bring up the working class. What to be the public now? Tell the public to strengthen or you fight. No, it was never so before. Why it has to be so now? Bring out all the working class, show the strength, go and educate all your go in the corporation, go in the agency, talk to them, listen, they don't go in office amongst all yourself alone with the big boys and the big girls. No, there is problem. Today, I can tell you, workers ain't got uniform after 2 years. It don't have pen, I can tell you that. Workers ain't got uniform after 2 years. The manager has to use petty cash and buy one boots for workers because the government not providing boots for working class. I'm telling you that I am waiting for uniform today over 2 years and cannot get uniform. And my first buffer and my audio sit down and continue mixing up in politicians and see how far it goes. Thank you very much.
All right, Kingsley.
Yeah. Hi, good afternoon. Welcome.
Yes, good afternoon. I was trying to get in before the interview finished. I don't know if you're aware that you didn't introduce the two ladies and then they didn't say who they are, and so the population don't know which is you're speaking to.
No. I did that, sir.
You did that?
Yes, I did that, sir.
I didn't hear.
I asked the ladies to introduce themselves.
Yeah, but they didn't give the name.
But
you can play back your tape and you'll see for yourself. Right?
You go, yeah, go ahead. I'm listening.
No, that's what I called to say.
That what you called to say?
Yeah, that's what I called to say.
Why you call to waste time. You call to waste time. And somebody laughing in the background. You call to waste time. Hi, good afternoon.
Hey, TC.
Yeah, what's up?
Bro. Hi, cool. Boy, here what going on? The politicians is the one who make the law, and the politicians is the one who's stealing across the board. Rather if they steal little bit or plenty. Because for years go by, we hear, hey, we had to stop renting. And we still renting. And who we renting from? The same politicians. Right? But yet still, the country don't have money. If you are going to use a little demonstration here, but I have a little highway going up here, boy. Call your uncle contractor too. Right?
Yeah.
There's a little 1 million, but this is 15 and we'll take a little cut. Sink it there. We look at, for instance, the highway that was built, and look at how many persons died on that very same highway. Ask yourself this question. Who passing the drawings for these highways? The same people on the inside. We have too much of corruption in this country and the whole. And I'm saying that government come, government go. It's the same thing.
Same thing.
And we keep putting up in mud. Because here what? We don't realize there's two things that keeps us divided as a people. Politicians and religion. And we would never come together as a people.
Three things.
And accountable.
Three things, if I get one. Class.
Class, yes. But here what, as far as I'm concerned, no human being has no class. You know why I say we have no class? Because here what? Debt is no respecter of persons.
True.
So at the end of the day, we all have to face that common denominator, which is debt. And we just keep thieving and thieving. And why? The simple man, which is me and you heavy, and others have to pay for it. All because of who? Politicians. Again, I said, we don't even put rules. We don't hold politicians accountable. Politicians just keep squeezing us. Right? And we have to pay them to do what? Nothing. Right? And yet still we just say, boy, vote for this one, vote for that one. I have news for them. Do away with all the politicians and go back to the white man days. You know, see things might be different.
All right, Andy.
Totally different. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah,
brother.
Yeah, man. Let us continue to ball about who thief and who this and who that, and we ain't standing up for nothing and try to change the. What we have to do is change the format of the game.
I had a show last week. We was talking about changing all 41 seats. All 41, both PNM UNC, and putting a fresh 41 inside.
Right.
Right. And I got some good suggestions. We were suggesting who we would like in Parliament for our new fresh 41s, and people was giving the names and things. Yeah.
And people like who was popping up.
David Welch, Makila Pandey. Young people now.
Right.
Yeah, we want back nobody who affiliated. Guy Griffith.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What about big brother?
I cool, what are you saying?
Long time.
What is that?
Long time, boy. I hear you.
Well, I'm right here.
I'm so glad to hear this morning, boy.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so when I come to talk to you, I just tell her straight off the bat. TCA, what the gentleman just said,
Yeah.
the character, the corruption of the people. We are so bended in corruption, TC, we can't even see what is going on. You understand me?
Yeah, man.
If you remember a few years ago, the United States started to seize almost every politician visa in Jamaica, plus the commissioner of police. You can imagine the commissioner of police visa was seized in Jamaica. You remember that, TC?
I can't remember, but you're refreshing my memory here.
It's all boiled down to know that the U.S. government is tracking some money in Jamaica.
Right.
They now find a house. This is just one house for a corrupted man who aligned himself to both parties. The amount of money the U.S. government find in this house here, it got to take them months to count the money.
Wow.
Now, the man them start to squeal and they start to call all the big-time police, commissioner, politician. So just so the U.S. government ever start seize visa again, all over again. So it's the same thing going on in Trinidad. So when Mrs. Teixeira come out and talk last week, nobody shouldn't be surprised at what she said. Because we know how corrupt this country is. And that's why the United States said this country is so corrupted. You see, you just imagine why the crime rate is so high in Trinidad and Tobago. It controlled from the top. Because everybody from the top had to make money out of the little boys in the ghetto who is dying. The funeral were making money. The man who bringing the material for the funeral were making money. Everybody making money off of these little boy head. And they can't see what's going on around them. The rich getting richer while the poor getting poorer.
Yeah.
And this Prime Minister, he ain't gonna make no difference because he ain't no different from the rest. He had to go with what the big boys them say. He had to squeeze up the small man so the big boy they could stay survive. And it's time for the people to understand and wake up. To understand what your first caller just said. We have to come back together to get a clean slate. Not them 41 we have here. None of them ain't good. They are only going there to fill their pockets. You need somebody, a party that is for the people and built by the people. It can't be a party built by my friend and who I know and who I could call and get what been done. We have to rethink, DC. We have to rethink to get back into this place here. So there are 20 things that talk about the union just now. What things that to remember? The same government here break down the union and them. First, you lick up your mash up Petro-Chin. So you get rid of most of the people where you know a union party. Then you come in layoff workers in TNTech, layoff workers in TFCT. So in the mash up the union and them. If the union they couldn't see from way out, they might limit with the amount of people having resources. So if the union will have to take the same people and just now to get to farm a proper party. Because if you don't realize, the politician, anywhere the union have strong words, the politician get rid of those kind of people. We are going to fire those people.
Jamaica, you have 20 seconds to wrap up.
PC, you guys enjoy yourself and enjoy the weekend, but the murder rate is still going on. The mayhem still continue. While the government and the highway are tax free out and can't find the criminal. Only looking for motorists.
All right, thank you, Jamaica.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. We have just about 10 seconds before we head to the break. When we come back around, we continue the...
when we come back, I have another shocking report to read.
All right.
Yeah.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Thank you. Thank you so much. The next one that we're gonna do, I don't think they know it, you know. You think they, fellas, I don't think they know this one. Y'all think they can check out the, you think they know? Jack, I hear you. Okay. Look at you. Y'all know this one. Y'all ready? I woke up this morning and I feel it nice. But the path that I chose, I come fit and so fine. As long as I'm living, my future is shaping. I know where I am headed. Got no time for problems. All the weights on your shoulders. Put your problem behind you. If you fall, just get a man. Get your head out the dirt. And when they're trying to badmind you, and they talking behind you, so they're nothing but you. Put your hands in the air, everybody. Time to get up and to move it. Leaving all your problems behind it. We're pressing on to a victory. Everybody sing now. Step forward. I know. Forward. I know. Step forward. I know. Forward. Y'all sound so beautiful. Step forward. I move forward. Can I take this back? Forward. Can I take it back? I move forward. Yeah.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM every Thursday from 10:05 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. for the program Straight and Narrow, The Way of Life, The Health Store, being brought to you by Mrs. Arlene Collins Mohammed. For more information, check us out on Facebook or Instagram at Straight and Narrow, or visit our website at www.opulence.com/Arlene4Life. You can also call or WhatsApp at 309-4697 or 620-9379.
It's all about the fastest growing reggae show in the land without a doubt. Right here on the Street 919 FM. Each and every Sunday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. with yours truly, MC Duke, alongside Selector Kochi. So make it a date and don't be late. Rock and come in, so line up, link up, creep up. You don't know reggae rock each and every Sunday. Salute God Amari, King Selassie.
Join the winning team with Pastor Alkaline John every Monday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m. and every Wednesday evening from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. live on the Street 919 FM as he talks about Lviv, the power of 5 fruits, one of the most powerful antioxidant supplements on the market today. The 5 superfruits in Lviv are mangosteen, acai, pomegranate, gogi, and nuni. These fruits
fruits have a positive and profound impact on human health, performance, and disease. Listen to Pastor Alkaline John every Tuesday at 9:05 a.m. and Wednesday at 7 p.m. on the Street 919 FM as he gives live testimonials of the Lviv healing powers. To get more information, you can contact Pastor Alkaline John at 516-286-7079, 516-286-7079, or you can visit his webpage at www.alkalinejohn.com. Tune in to the Street 919 FM for the program The Final Hour with Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr. and his wife Nikki Garcia for the Bible study every Thursday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Mark chapter 16 verse 15 says, "Go into all the world and preach this gospel for every creature, for I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation."
The Transport and Industrial Workers Union celebrates its 60th anniversary on May 4, 2022. On behalf of our president, Judy Charles, executive and staff, we wish to thank our members and stakeholders for your contribution and support throughout the years. TIWU pays special tribute to Joe Young, our founder, James Jones, Darren Samuel, Desmond Bishop, and Sylvester McLaren, past stalwarts who carried the struggle of the working class over the years. As we look toward the future, we also remember the contributions of Clive Nunes, Roland Sutherland, Albert Aberdeen, and Alwyn Brewster. TIWU was formed during an important period in the history of our country, the period which saw the winning of political independence from the British colonialists. For it was in 1961 the bus workers in the South revolted against the leadership of W.W. Sutton in the Amalgamated Transport Workers Union and set into motion the machinery which led up to TIWU's registration as the trade union in May 4th, 1962. 60 years of strong leadership. We continue to pave the future for the members we represent. TIWU continues to be a hope for the working class. Join us in celebrating our accomplishments. United to struggle.
It's our anniversary. It's our anniversary.
From the moment you first crossed eyes.
It's a girl.
To their very first bowl of cereal. Open wide. Going into parenthood means nourishing your little one to reach their fullest potential. With Nestum Nature's Selections infant cereals, give 30% more whole grain with 15 vitamins and minerals, including iron, all with no added sugar. Nature's Selection. Give your baby the best. Nestum, from 6 months onwards.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
Hi there. I'm Lester Suglal, inviting you to join me on the first, second, and third Saturday, 8:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the program Slow Gospel Music, and on the fourth and fifth Saturday from 8:30 p.m. for an extended version of Slow Gospel Music on Street 91.9 FM.
Hi, what's up, TNT? This is Wayne Johnson out of Brooklyn, New York. I always wanted to do something back home, and we're going to be doing our gospel segment on Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM. Listen what I want you to do. Spread the word. Spread the word, TNT.
Salvation, full and free. Salvation is for everybody.
Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM.
The Gospel of the Kingdom radio program with Gilbert James is now on the Street 919 FM every Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m. The Bible says, the Gospel of the Kingdom shall be preached in all the world as a witness to all nations, and then the end shall come. For more info, call 652-0924 or 298-4540 and join us every Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m. for the Gospel of the Kingdom radio program with Gilbert James.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
All right, Tavi, you're back on the inside. I know you have something to tell Trinidad.
Yep.
So go ahead.
I have something to read here in my phone. I'm going to just get the article here. It's actually... Now, what I'm about to read here is actually a report. It's actually a police report that is just released to the public.
Oh, I feel I know.
Yeah, it's a report from Special Branch, Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, Office of the Head of Special Branch, right? And it's a report that is dated in 2019, July 5th, 2019, right? And this report has no surface and is making its way around social media. Right, and it goes like this. Now, I will not call the names of the said person that the reporters on, right? But as a politician, okay, and a sitting minister right now in Parliament, right? But the report goes like this, and I'm reading from the report, okay? I would not call names of the companies, nor will I call names of the addresses that is given in the report. Okay. Right? So it goes like the information has come to hand that the so-called minister, a businessman, and a PNM senator who resides in wherever the location is associated with two construction companies, namely so and so. Not going to call the names either. And where they're located, I'm not going to call those names either. Right? Respectively. It was alleged that the said minister had conducted unscrupulous businesses through the aforementioned companies as well as the Housing Development Corporation, which is the ATC. Additional information revealed the following. On the 17th of the 9th month, 2022, the said minister was appointed director of the said company. However, a recent search of the company registry revealed that the subject is presently unlisted. Okay? A search of the company registry also revealed that the other company that the minister is supposed to be the director of is also unlisted. The said minister has claimed 3 parcels of land belonging to AGC, belonging to the AGC as his own. 2 parcels of land located somewhere in Couva on the Southern Main Road, and the 3rd on a particular location in Couva. Right? The said minister apparently used his influence to subcontract his company through the AGC to dispose of garbage from one of its AGC development in Couva. It was disclosed that this contract is usually granted by the Couva Taboki Talparo Regional Corporation, which currently fall under the ambit of the United National Congress. The said minister had been mobilizing residents of a community in Shogunas to hold an election to establish a village council. Further, it was reported that the purpose of his support is to ensure that the AGC will consider construction of a community center in that area. Additional information suggests that the said minister company will be awarded the contract to construct the center in the if the residents needed his advice. He did his advice, sorry. Right? That's all. Let's go to the next page. The 2 companies has been awarded several contracts through the AGC for the upkeep of the AGC vacant properties located in Couva and Shogunas. The 2 companies have both employed a said person, I'm not going to call the name, as a subcontractor for several sites in the Couva area. Although he is not the owner of the registered of a registered business, the said person is reportedly a reputed drug dealer, as well as a leader of the so-called gang in that area. The 2 said companies that the minister is supposed to be the director of have been awarded contracts to construct the Indian Trail Recreation Ground and the Angel Trail Community Center, respectively. And this report is from the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, Office of the Special Branch, and it is dated July 5th, 2019, and is now in the public. And this, at the time when this report was done in 2019, the so-called minister, who's a minister now, was a senator then.
He was a senator.
He was a senator then, so he is now, what you call? He move up.
Yeah, he get through.
Yeah. He graduate.
Well, everybody in this thing getting through, you know.
Yeah, so he graduated. So I want to find out a question, right? If this report was since 2019, how come the report wasn't public knowledge for the 2020 general election? 1, why wasn't this report out? Why is this report out there and not? Why didn't police service do anything about it? 2, if the prime minister
comes from the police service,
if it comes from the police service and they get this report, this is actually misbehavior in public office.
Yeah, how
come they never take action? Right? If another question I have to ask, is the prime minister aware of this such report? And if he is aware of this such report, why is this the person not fired or removed.
Well, I can't blame him, because if the police have this evidence, and it's the police job to then move on evidence like this, and they ain't do nothing, then that evidence is like it ain't good.
No, I understand. No, in 2020 was a general election. How come this wasn't public knowledge before the general election?
Because maybe, as I said, maybe it's not good. Is it a good evidence?
It given a date, places, time.
Right.
Even the companies and them not even in the book sitting at the register.
Heavy. I could give.
You could get a contract with a register company.
I could make up a whole fairy tale here now for you.
Wow.
Whatever I'm showing you, because I cannot believe that evidence like this falling into the police hands and nothing is done about it from since 2019.
Since 2019 to now.
Come on.
And the person is no longer a senator, is now a minister.
Well, then this could just be defamation of character. This could just be an attack on whoever.
And it's a report. I can show it. It have the government could have a police service. Look at it. Look at it. That easy to get.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or somebody.
Well, I am saying.
I can only see two things out of this, and I like to be fair. One out of the two things is this is just a fairy tale, right? The other is, okay, when this pop up, it get push away because money, friends, whatever.
Well, I can understand that one.
You understand? So, at the end of the day, it pop back up now because somebody gone in a file and see it rest down somewhere and decide to pull it back out now.
It's sad though. It had me wondering how much things like this is being covered up.
Oh gosh, Evie, come on.
It had me really wondering how much information like this.
Come on, man.
About politicians are there.
How much sitting ministers we have right now?
41.
Okay, and how much we had?
Ministers or member of parliament?
Members of parliament.
41 members of parliament.
And before that?
30, before they raised it up to 41 was 30 something. I can't remember.
And then before that and before
Yeah.
Well, then that is how much? Just count all.
All. Just say all. Wow.
Just count.
We're going to take your phone calls now. Let me get in on this. And I'm telling you, Trinidad is not a real place. Right? And we as citizens just don't understand. Why? What is this? I don't understand. Caller.
Good afternoon.
Hey, Kevin, how are you going, boy?
I'm okay. What's up?
He's your father, 41, boy.
Hey, 41. Yeah, boy. What's up?
Yeah, what happened? I reported we heard that the other night from the UNC, so that ain't nothing new. Forget that. That's all over the place. If you get that today, you get that late, right? Forget that. We hear that direct from the UNC the other night. Okay? No, so I ain't going to deal with that. Mr. Sheriff, right? I find she a little late. Okay? She is late. I expected better than that from she. Okay? What she saying there, she late. She disappoints me. 2. Number 3, you see what, it is one time that I agree with Kingsley, with the union, yesterday. Now, you know who killed the trade union movement in this country? The leader of the trade union movement. They kill it. You understand? Don't tell me, Hear me. In the days of the PG, you know what they used to call the PG? In the days of George Weeks, when them negotiating in Texaco and Petrotrin, and he said, we strike. Whale Leavers and Nestles had nothing to do with that. We used to strike too. Now, I see the union people trying to get 300 people to march in the road to protest. Have you seen that?
Yeah, boy.
But listen, they killed the leaders, killed the union, the trade union movement dead. George, we cannot be a senator, boy. You remember that?
Yeah.
Hello? George Weeks. Everyone not being a politician. I hope you understand what I'm saying. right, with the next one named Abdullah, join the People's Partnership. Then fellas mash up the union, and they have poor Mr. Queen's Lambert, the poor old man, and I love him. The man can't even walk and talk, but still has he coming out. They want to kill him when I walk in on a wheelchair. And Mr. Annie said, they killed the trade union movement. Mr. Watson Duke, I'm not against him, man. He killed the PSA. Listen, you realize what happened here? This scrunching for members to protest.
How did they kill it? I don't understand. Explain.
How they kill it? By the things they do, by the utterances.
I think he's trying to say they kill it by leaving there. Remember, union is always against governance.
Mm-hmm.
No. When I say always against governance, they always fighting for
the workers.
And when you go and you turn bosom buddy with politicians.
Mm-hmm. What you want? Listen. Yeah. What you want to think, boy? Before I go, let me say this. Right? Listen. We had a golden opportunity in this country in '86 to get rid of the present regime forever. Do you know two big men like Robinson and Pandey mashed up that in 3 months? It was 33-3. They didn't even worry to check Patrick Manning's seat. He won his seat by 25 votes. It was 33-3. They're still talking about unity. Now we fast forward 2010, right? The People's Partnership, they had the UNC base, they had the black people with Daga, they had Labour with Abdullah. You know, that and all the last. Listen, boy, we're in a sorry state. That I always tell you. Forget the present 41 and let us start from scratch. I hear you mention something just now about 41 and they were saying who's potential leaders. And let me tell you something before I go. We don't want nobody with no baggage, eh? We don't want nobody with no container baggage. You understand? As you start to talk about graduate and things, there is men with container full of baggage. You goes nowhere with that. And the present administration sits back and they giggle and they laugh. That's why I'm telling you, Terry, especially my partner, start from nothing. Don't get them for another suited at all. And it's for Mr. Kingsley. What he said today, play back that thing. If you have it on tape, he was right on point. We go talk.
All right, thank you so much for your call. Okay. All right. Yeah. Hi, good afternoon. Welcome.
Yeah, good day. You see all the things that what you read back there, what you read earlier on, with the racket that went down with the minister and whoever it is. Because I call the name as right. And all these things, so we never hear these things under Miss Professor governance. We never hear these things. So you see, I don't care nobody about no play about 41 and all kind of stupidness. I play for YC. God bless UNC and Kamala Prasad Professor. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your call. You can continue to call us. You know our numbers. You can call us. You can WhatsApp call us as well. I see Brooklyn is calling us. Hi, good afternoon, Brooklyn.
Hey, good afternoon to you, Tis.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I hear your last caller, eh? I want to tell your last caller that the UNC as well came in and knew it going on, and they had to leave it as it was. So don't come and say, God bless nobody. God had nothing to do with this. You see this corruption and crime in Trinidad and Tobago? This is bigger than the small man. It is bigger than the politicians. You know what I'm telling all you? Because the man, the community leader in the ghetto, does never know who is the real gang leader. The real gang leader is the man that don't come for nobody to know him or see him. Just like any business you run in, there's managers, there's assistant managers, then there's supervisors, and then there's laborers. the community leaders and them is like supervisors, and the little clowns and them running around who getting locked up in jail, or the police and them to be hunting down. Them is like the laborers. You got to understand the system of this crime. This is organized, and this is well organized. That's why the Miss Teshira couldn't come out and tell you the names of the people that she claimed that she know, because this thing is what people think it is, right? And the kid Christopher already right now, he can't even fix it. He just passing through it. Just like how Kamala Prasad says, I passed through it. You understand? It is nasty, it is dirty, and we just have to vote it right now and try our best to survive. Well, you have a blessed afternoon.
Thank you, Brooklyn.
Yeah, get that up and running, yeah?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, easy. Continue to take your calls. It's just about 25 minutes after the hour of 2 o'clock in Trinidad and Tobago. Of course, we continue to take your calls. The numbers to call right now, 342-0081-771-1791 if you want a WhatsApp call. And let me say good afternoon. Good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, Heavy and CC.
Yes, what up, man?
And to the listeners, preacher in the house.
Yeah, preacher.
Right. My point, you want to make a point based on Heavy contribution on the school children. Titan. And it will be very short. Because I just want to say this. How could the children not be fighting in the street and trying to kill one another as what's taking place right now? When we have a sitting prime minister stand up in the parliament, where the children has gone the children parliament as well, and have him saying to another minister, meet me in the pavement. Is that a good example? That is my contribution to this.
Thank you, Peter.
Meet me on the pavement. Hi, good afternoon. Welcome.
You know, this program is being monitored by Bataria, and I will hear all what take place during the week about this program. He didn't call in, but he listening and monitoring, and from tomorrow morning, cooking with Dominic, you're going to hear Bataria calling out this program and what fault and what wrong we're going to do. Well, because this program has 1 day, in 7 days. And it's like it's 7 days, it's on the air. Not 6 days. 1 day, it's 7 days this program is on the air. But Heavy, I want to go back to the tape you played earlier on. Because also, we cannot forget a friend of Dr. Rowley, the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. I'm going there. I have to go there this evening here. Because there's a fucking TC. They don't see. They talk, but we'll talk here. And I said, TC there's always say, let things be vent. Because things have plenty things to say. Neil and Marty, a man went as the chairman of PSCT and buy out for $250 million. Buy out me and Marcy.
Marcy Communications.
Marcy Communications, right. Have you know about it?
Yes.
You know about it?
And resigned it the next day.
And resigned the next day?
Yeah.
And Paul, when they asked the minister to give approval, that's why the minister was Hines under the public utilities. I think things we forget that. I want to say it again. The minister was Hines. And when they call Hines, the former Minister of Public Utilities, now the Minister of National Security, when they call Hines, and Hines said, I do not know. They call the Prime Minister, he do not know. When it all boiled down, it has a clause, can check, yes, and all these state board, that the chairman have a privilege to spend all that 250 million, not 100,000 to buy equipment. Imagine a chairman have the power. He don't get about 90,000 a month already.
Kingsley, the gerrymander, the thing, you know that the gerrymander for that, you know.
For them to do that.
To do that, yeah. You see, even though the plan, they don't know the hard to because in order for the for public utilities, the permanent secretary to pass that paperwork going is 250 million. They're talking about, you know. You understand? And I'm tell you something.
The next day, and that man is a multi-millionaire. He built houses.
Analysts will tell you that move by TSCT to buy that was a bad move because at the time other communication companies were selling out for less than that, plenty less. And based on the assets that Massive Communications was selling, it didn't worth that amount of money. So we all know.
We lost.
What about TSCT now?
Huh?
You said no workers,
workers. And they take the same money. We can help workers with far workers. If we continue in this country like this, Jamaica, Haiti, and all other kind of country. Before I go,
Kingsley, a man called me last week to argue about Sandals and Tobago. $800 million he was going to build a hotel for Sandals and Tobago. And look, yesterday on the papers they say Mandalina Grand closing down and up for sale. Look, all the wicked in Trinidad, yes? What happened with $800 million?
And we hotel, because that hotel they're into the West Taxpayers hotel, that's hotel.
That is hotel, you know. TC Christian that fool, you know.
Somebody up to buy that. Some big boy big girl up to buy that.
Okay.
Because that hotel is a 5-star hotel. It's up there.
Yeah.
Every other close. And you see, I want to give Molly a big joke. Yesterday, I called one of our Molly and colleagues, my good friend Pastor Google, and all the good friend Pastor Google. And I asked the question, in the last 7 years, where the houses, how much houses gone? My good friend do a research and only put up 5 houses. 5 houses came out in the last 7 years.
No, don't do that. Kingsley, don't do that. Kingsley, don't do that.
You cannot do. No. I will not. Kingsley, I'll cut you off. Kingsley, I will cut you off.
My good friend, Pastor Google.
Kingsley, I will cut you off. Don't do my partner. No.
So you don't believe him?
I am not in. No, I don't believe that.
We don't believe that Pastor Google.
He's scandalizing Pastor name there.
So you don't believe that Pastor Google said
do
that?
Do research
Or is the research correct? Or is the research?
I don't believe that he did a research and put up 5 houses. I don't believe that. That is not true.
You don't believe the government gave away 5 houses in 7 years?
I don't believe the government gave away 5 houses in 7 years. That is not true. Kingsley came there to make bacchanal.
No, good. Kingsley come back on.
Kingsley is spreading propaganda there. Unless Kingsley could prove that, that is propaganda.
Kingsley come back on ranks at the table Monday.
No, you see, that's all they like across day, not here. Kingsley laughing, he wouldn't even call back here right now because he knows it's not truth.
5 hours?
Kingsley will not even call back here now because he know that is not truth.
The government can't 5 hours in 7 years.
5 hours in 7 years.
No. Kingsley, don't do me that.
Kingsley, come on, man.
Now with Penny at the helm.
No, gosh, now with nobody there, the problem is a blind man giving out them out. So, no.
If the information come back, that is 5 hours.
That is not true.
If the information come back 5 hours,
I will apologize.
You will apologize?
On national radio. But I know that is not true.
Okay.
That is not true. Look, Kingsley calling back. And that is bacchanal. No, you cannot do that. Kingsley.
And Kingsley, wait. It's because of Penny Becker, the minister, is down this family getting 5 houses.
Kingsley, hold on. Do you have evidence about what you're saying?
Yes, yesterday the man put it up on the live while I was on the live, and I checked 5 family get houses in the last 7 years.
You check that.
Wait, that's not even 100 houses.
Kingsley,
5 houses. Yeah,
Kingsley,
5 families.
You check that. You see, you correct it. You said you check 5 houses.
Yeah.
Then that is not true.
I asked him. I asked him a question, and he said, "Let me show you how much houses give out." Okay, and I check out how much houses give out.
Check slow. Kingsley.
No, TC. TC.
Kingsley, no, we don't spread propaganda here.
TC, that is propaganda. TC, I asked a question when I checked. Only 5 families.
They put up pictures. They put up pictures of 5 families, but that doesn't say that is all the house that was given out.
Now I asked them, where's the rest? Where's the more? Where? I want to see
Kingsley
400 houses. I want to see 100 houses. I want to see 100. How much? Okay. You see how much houses you could tell me we could get after 7 years on that government?
Kingsley, you know for sure I will not be able to tell you.
Okay, but now I'm telling you, nobody don't know for sure.
You're BSing.
And so now I'm asking the question that we could get a qualify in the last 7 years. How much houses was given out to families? Don't show me 5 houses.
And Kingsley, I know for sure as well, right? That you know it's more than 5 houses. You're sure about that?
No, I do not have the figure because there's no figure.
You don't have the figure.
This government is
I feel you just don't want to believe that 5 houses give out.
So you believe if 5 houses give out in 7 years?
Let me just pick. Remember, 7 years, that 2 years was COVID, so it wasn't given a house for 2 years.
Look, no houses, I'm telling them. Okay, and now I'm asking them to bring on the evidence and show the evidence, show the country.
Kingsley, if you want the right amount, your name is Kingsley, you know the right way to go and get the right amount, but
I believe the reason why Penny was moved because she was giving houses out there. She gave for 5 family a house there. Because it wasn't Penny.
Enjoy your afternoon.
For that good sister Penny.
Kingsley.
That powerful sister Penny.
Kingsley.
Yes.
Enjoy your afternoon.
Thank you, Kingsley. Thank you, Kingsley. Let me take another call. Somebody want the information.
Yeah. Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, TC.
Good afternoon, darling.
I live in Maruga Table. All Maruga Table and the bill house. Free. Maruga Table and I'm free. I got check on my nose about
the Billy house. Mommy, correct me if I'm wrong. What you're saying is the Billy house free?
Yes.
Just now, Mommy, I'm going to ask you. Mommy, I'm going to ask you again, and I want you to understand what I'm saying.
Understand what TC telling you.
You said to me that they build the house free.
Free and put lights.
And put lights.
Yes, and give them my water.
Who build the house free, Mommy? Agency?
PNM Billy House.
People and Mommy talking about
Mommy the can't build the house free because the labor just now Mommy
the labor material everything
must be paid for Mommy. Right?
So no, me a line, you know.
Mommy, I didn't say a line, and I want you to understand that.
In modern Kingsley does always come and make bacchanal on radio. Kingsley boy, everybody like Kingsley boy just come and make bacchanal. Why making bacchanal? If you want to go for election, don't come and make bacchanal here. I tell you, free in Maruga Table, they give lights, they give water.
Mommy, Mommy.
Yes, I hear you.
The people who work on the house, they work for free?
Well, no, they work for free. That's to give them something.
Well, all right. Well, then they didn't build the house for free, Mommy.
Well, no, they have to build some if they build it. Somebody has to build it.
The people that got the house, they're living in the house for free? The people that got the house, they're living in the house for free?
Them land.
So
they're not paying a mortgage for the house?
They're not paying anything back? Mommy, who is the person that built this house for free? Because I have a piece of land that I
want house built for free too.
That make my husband, brother-in-law, and other people work on the house.
Your husband, brother-in-law is who build the house for free?
They get some, they pay them not to, they build them, get group and build house. They live in the community and they build house.
All right, Mommy.
All right, Mommy. Thank you very much.
Me line.
All right, Mommy. Thank you.
And I'm good with the houses, not one, two, good bit.
Plenty.
All right, good.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Mommy, we love you. Mommy, laugh. Oh, Lord.
This country's the greatest.
I just love
this
you.
This country's the greatest, yes.
You can say what you want. I love Mommy. Hi, good afternoon. Welcome.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon, Miss New Grant. What's up?
I good. Well, I know you didn't do your homework because you said you're going to deal with sports this weekend.
Yeah, but TC came back and threw me off.
I may be throw off.
Yeah, and then all that interview today, and then my brother did with the issue with Karen and Sharon thing too. So, but I did mention it in the first hour.
All right, you're forgiven. But next weekend, because yesterday I was listening to Beyond the Tape, and they had some Senator DR or Valdemar something, and they spoke about all the problems that the youth and them are having where they're fighting in the school. They talk about the social aspect of it, and they talk about the parents and them not doing what they're supposed to be doing, and the politicians them not doing what they're supposed to be doing, and the church and the whatever. And I heard nobody talk about the social aspect, right, and the curriculum where the children need exercise, right? And when I say exercise, right, sport, which is sport and music in the educational system, we wouldn't believe how this will reform that whole system, sport and music. And in the school, long time they used to teach us to play flute, right? Schools will have the piano, right, with the girl guides and the red cross and these things, they to learn life skills. What became of all these things? What we really doing in the school? What we children them going and spending 8 hours in the school doing heavy and easy?
Exactly.
You cannot give children book all the time. You understand? Right? And when they reach home, right, it's work too, because when the parents then come from a hard day's work, right, if you do your homework, come on, all do all your homework, it's right? Look, I listened to somebody giving an exchange stating that children coming out of school at 16 and 17 years and cannot read properly. Now, who is to blame for that? Parents, teachers, who is to blame? Who's taking up the blame, right? When the youth and them get locked up, right? Officer Shabudi was talking about that, and he was passionate about it and wondering why the children coming out of school cannot. It's very literally. You have a big problem there because you cannot really divulge things to yourself. You understand? Right? And they're not working on that. So I really do hope that the sports minister really bring back the sports. Quick, let me talk on something. The same Muruga Federland, I would give the Prime Minister kudos for something. When he came to a meeting, I think it was in St. Mary's area, he said he passed through the area and he was shocked to see so much plywood and cardboard houses. And I thought that the bill could be over 50 of these houses. It wasn't true because people, the material and what's not, right? But they built over these homes for these residents and them. I could tell you because I passed through the area and I saw it, and I was so appreciated to see these people that living, right, the latrine gone, and they had a little toilet. All they had was to do was to put a little gallery, and I think some of them had to put like step and things.
So I believe that is what Mommy was speaking about.
Yes, right?
Right, nice.
And the government gave out more than 5 houses, right? Because they always give out house up in the east, they give out house in San Fernando, they give out house in Cuba. Right, so that is not so true.
Yeah, I know Kingsley know that Kingsley was just making trouble.
That's a little fun there. All right, so you all enjoy, and to the extended all mothers and who appreciated to be mothers, fathers who are doing your own, tomorrow you all enjoy already. Okay, have a good one.
I appreciate that. Okay, what you just did.
Yes, bye. Nice.
Yes. Yes, to all mothers and the fathers, because there's fathers now that is playing mother role, right? And there is mother that is playing father role. To the mothers, we want to say happy Mother's Day to you. We hope tomorrow that you enjoy your day. Somebody come, your children, your husbands, somebody cooks and weighs on you hands and feet, and you get to relax and enjoy your day amongst family, you know.
Yeah.
And to the fathers as well that is standing firm, I want to say happy Mother's Day to you as well. You understand? Have you we're doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
Yeah?
Nothing.
You cooking for...
I ain't cooking, no.
You ain't cooking?
No.
Mommy, you ain't cooking for mommy?
Mommy go cook.
Mommy go cook every tomorrow, Mother's Day?
Yeah.
So why not cook for mommy tomorrow? And then mommy cook up she food? You could cook a fish sauce for mommy?
Mommy cooking tomorrow, brother. Mommy don't tell me we should go cook tomorrow.
So you're providing the...
Adam getting money, everything.
You're providing the stuff.
Yeah, everything.
All right, okay. Well, I'll take that. But although I'm not full 100 at the support of mommy in the kitchen tomorrow, but all right. And mommy, and I know mommy like the kitchen. You understand? So have you anything you want to say? Because I know we're wrapping up. Or you want to continue to take some phone calls?
Yeah, take 2 calls. Take calls. Not much to say.
Or you could play 2 mommy tune before you
Before I leave?
Yeah. I mean,
you have no more calls?
I have no calls coming right now.
All right.
We could end the program today in a nice, smooth way by tribute to mommy. You know? It's Sunday, so forget the phone for now. Get all the lacquer and all the bacchanal and let's play tribute to mommy now. Just about 12 minutes on to the hour of 3 o'clock in Trinidad and Tobago, of course. Your street 919 FM says Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, mama, don't cry. Gonna give you my blood so
Reaching out to all the mothers in the world. Sometimes just the way things are to be, yeah.
Thank you, mama, for the 9 months you carried me through all those pain and suffering. No one knows the pressure you bear, just only you. Give you all my love, oh yeah. Thank you, mama, for the 9 months you carried me through all those pain and suffering. No one knows the pressure you bear, just only you. It's my words and my song. Mama, I will never let you down. I'll never go away. I'll always be around. You know why you do it, good love that you found. I'm always gonna let you wear that crown. Through the ropes of time, you maintain your calm towards your only end, while sheltering me from the storm. And when it's cold around, you know how it's so warm. Oh my, I'm so glad I was born. Thank you, mama, for the 9 months you carried me through all those pain and suffering. No one knows the pressure you bear, just only you. Give you all my love, oh yeah. Oh, thank you, mama, for the 9 months you carried me through all those pain and suffering. No one knows the pressure you bear, just only you.
Hey, as we get ready to wrap it up, of course, we say thank you, Mama.
Taught me everything and anything you've given me. I always keep it inside. You're the driving force in my life. Yeah. There isn't anything or anyone that I could be, and it just wouldn't feel right if I didn't have you by my side.
Natural beauty, you know.
Have you know the rules? You know the rules, Abby. Come on, you're looking to get a red, white, and black. We can continue playing that one right there. You know, the flags. Because we are live on
Let me get my words right and
different social media platforms, all right?
a man is supposed to. You'll never have to cry. No, I know everyone can relate to when they find a special someone. And she's royal, yeah, so royal. And I want her in my life. I never knew anyone so one of a kind. No, the way she moves to her own beat, she has the qualities of a queen. She's a queen. Ooh, ooh, what a natural beauty. No need no makeup to be a cutie. She's a queen. She's a queen. And when they ask what a good woman's made of, she's not afraid and ashamed of who she is. She's royal, yeah, so royal. And I need her in my life. I never knew anyone so one of a kind until the night that I seen her rise. My queen, so sweet. I can see it in her eyes, the way she smiles. Hey, yes, I know the king and queen crown same time, so I never leave your side. Just stick with me through the trial times. Oh, and she says she don't mind. Alright, I know good man is hard to find, and she can't about that giant line. That's why she has no ties at this time. Yeah, I know many men are trying, but she needs to be more than wine and dine because she's royal. Yeah, so
I urge you to keep it safe on the nation roads. Of course, keep it locked right here to the Street 919 FM. Enjoy your day tomorrow. All the mothers of TNT, of course.
so divine.
See you guys next week, Saturday. God spare life, give us all health and strength, all right? On behalf of myself and the one heavy duty, thank you so much for enjoying the last 3 hours with us, all right? We are out.
Ooh, ooh, what a natural beauty. No need no makeup to be a cutie. She's a queen, so supreme, yeah. And when they ask what a good woman's made of, she's not afraid and ashamed of who she is. She's royal, yeah, so royal. And I want her in my life. I never knew anyone so one of a kind. No, no, the way she moves to her own beat, she has the qualities of a queen, my Nubian queen. Ooh, ooh, what a natural beauty.
Mama Africa, Mama Africa, am I coming home? Am I coming home? Hello.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
One.
What you tell me you feeling? And I feel like everybody watching me. Come on and talk. Come in and wind up. When I lift them up, they go. Call your friend again. Don't tongue get on. Hot tongue get on. You. Cause right now I just want sex. Cause I don't really care. Your girlfriend, she go get vexed. Me family. I don't care. Me say I'm moving. I don't really care. What to tell them? Tell them come again. I go take it. I want to believe you. Bring it low for me. Right now I just. Well, you, today is Carnival Saturday. I don't care what they say. Today is Carnival Saturday. Tomorrow is the day before Juve. You could play your own Juve by yourself. If you're worthless enough, you will go in the yard and rub some paint on. If you're feeling worthless tonight, if you're feeling the soca music tonight, I want you to wave your hand and sing everything for me right now. Yeah. Put your hand in the air. Rats in the air. Listen to me. Sing with me. I'm waving away. Feeling so light. So light. So light. Sun beating on me. Oh, it's so right, yeah. Alright, yeah. Alright. And I feel like just when I'm in love, everybody watching you. So when it's up, we know where they go. When I lift them up, they go. Call your friend and then don't sound it on. Trinidad yard. You, I know. Cause right now, yes. My girlfriend, she go get vexed with family. I don't care. This hair moving. I don't really care. But you're too uneasy. Tell them come back. I go take the bed. Tell them come in. Boy, I go. So, hi.
From the moment you first crossed eyes
It's a girl.
to their very first bowl of cereal, open wide. Going into parenthood means nourishing your little one to reach their fullest potential. With Nestum Nature's Selections infant cereals, give 30% more whole grain with 15 vitamins and minerals, including iron, all with no added sugar. Nature's Selection. Give your baby the best. Nestum, from 6 months onwards.
You are invited to join Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at numbers 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco in Sangre Grande, for the old-time gospel hour all-night prayer. This and every Friday evening on the Street 919 FM from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Designed with you in mind, this program deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective. You will also be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, He hath showed thee, O man, what is good and what doeth the Lord require of thee, but to justly and to love mercy and walk humbly with thy God. Your financial support through the First Citizens Bank will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222. For further information, call 753-1113 or email us at church668hope@gmail.com.
Mom loves to comment on the pictures you post
That's my daughter. I remember when she was in Pampers.
and call during those important meetings.
Hello?
Leroy, you want food later?
Mom, I'm in a meeting. But what you cook?
Show Mom more love with great Mother's Day specials from B-Mobile. Get a 30-day prepaid plan for only $100. Handsets with any postpaid plan starting at $499. Plus, 1 month free service and 25% off for 11 months when you switch to B-Mobile. It's more love for moms with B-Mobile.
From the studio to the stage, every Friday between 3 to 4 p.m. Right here on the street, 919 FM. Radio you can see. Log on to our Facebook and YouTube so you can see live interviews and performances from some of our very own local superstars. Right here on the street, 919 FM.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast heard every Monday from 12 midnight to 5 a.m. in the morning on the street 919 FM radio. Here my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. The church is located at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. We look forward to you joining us. God bless you.
As my life I lay it on the altar, as my life.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.